Oh, there we go. I did miss messages from Draper Jones. Yes, you should be able to hear me now. As I was saying, the internet dropped for like a minute, and as I was saying, very shitty start of this year already. Yesterday the power was for like over 2 hours. Today this internet drop. It was temporary, only for like a few seconds, a minute, but it still interrupted my stream. But yeah, thank you for reminding me that that you weren't able to hear me. And I wasn't seeing the chat messages because my stream glitched. And I was just saying that, but you couldn't hear what I said. I was saying that my stream chat glitched and I had to restart it. So until I restarted Restream, I couldn't see the message. But yeah, apologies for this interruption. It's not, there's not much I can do about it other than changing my ISP, which the options are not that great in my neighborhood. This is actually the best one one can get. Let's see. But yeah, as I was saying before the connection dropped, I'm gonna repeat it again. We were talking about what Extra needs to do in the first quarter to bring people into the game and to bring people back into the game. Because as I said, the biggest thing that the game is missing is endgame diversity. And since the way they designed the Fazir dungeon, they creep out any future development until they remove the power creep system. Because right now any endgame activity they add into the game would have to either include some sort of way of that challenge bonus being connected to the drops, or doing that endgame activity would be pointless because you won't be able to use the gear in the Fazir. So I think their priority right now in regards to new content, not bug fixes and stuff. Obviously they always need to be fixing bugs and stuff, but when it comes to new content, I think they should focus more on some endgame activities if they can, and definitely look into reworking that challenge bonus system to be contained within the Fazir, where you don't get the bonuses outside and where the bonuses are not on the item, but the bonuses are somewhere where you can just change them. And I said it many times, I'm not gonna repeat it again, but yeah, it just doesn't need to be on items. The moment you add power creep to items, you limit yourself to only adding activities that have this power creep in the items that drop in that activity, otherwise people won't do it. And I've said many times, this game and Wosen, since they have the exact same type of power creep, are suffering due to that system. That's probably one of the major reasons why Wosen didn't give us any new endgame activities with this butt trail patch. Only this, if I can even call it add-on, this hunt mechanic, which is, that's what it is, it's a mechanic. It's not actual new activity. It's something you can do while doing the typical expeditions or whatever it's called. Because for Wosen, if they want to add new endgame activities, they have to redesign their whole current endgame. They have to redesign in Wosen the expeditions, so that the gear doesn't become stronger, which means they have to rebalance the enemies. And again, it was much easier to them to make sure they just don't add new content, because the moment Wosen's developers decided to add item levels, the further you go into a certain endgame activity, they creep out themselves. And now they have to redesign their whole system if they want to add new endgame activities, or design activities that have levels, which would be kind of redundant, unless it's a survival mode. The only way I see having two endgame activities with stages where you go further and further, it's a survival mode versus rifting mode. Having those two. And then maybe adding a payload mode like Delph. And that's pretty much it. Unless they can think of something else. The same goes for Torchlight 3 right now. I mean, we already have the rifting, so they can maybe add survival, they can maybe add something like a payload mode like Delph in Path of Exile, but that's pretty much the choices of designing endgame that can include item power on drops that gets better the further you go. But yeah, for example, the Secret Alpaca level is a good example of how pointless it is to run something that doesn't have the item power, the item levels. I'm really hoping that Extra yet again would listen to the community and realize how many things got broken with this system in regards to balance. And how limiting such a system is to the game and to the game's future. It might work now because you only have the Fazir, and it might be good and everyone might like it. I'm getting overpowered items, I'm getting invincible because I get those overpowered items. But when you think about it, it also means, yeah, a very limited choice of future activities we can get. Okay, this quest is done. How many more hours have I got? 2.5 hours left. So for 2.5 hours I hopefully can finish this act and start the next one. Pierce Leviathan says, Struck, will this be your favorite character so far? Definitely not. Because it's Bane. Definitely not because it's Bane, and Bane is good, but again, minions without an attack button for minions, for me it's just it's very bad. To have minions and no option to control my minions, to tell them go here, to tell them attack this enemy, don't attack randomly whoever you want. I can't call a build on the Bane my favorite. Due to the lack of control and due to the bad, completely terribly bad melee AI. So it's easy, just let me control my minions and then I don't mind the AI being stupid. Then I can just I can take over and tell the NPCs to do what I want them to, instead of praying that they would attack the right target. And someone mentioned they don't hear the game sounds either, which is pretty strange. You should be able to hear the game sounds. Let me just check something. Can you hear it now? Oh, you can definitely hear it now. I hope no one got got deaf from this. Maybe I can increase it a little. Let's say like this. If it's too loud now, let me know. And I just want to check something. Play sound in the background. Is there an option? I think there is. Let's talk to Yapper and get my reward. Okay, some more regular defense, that's good. More defense. Okay. I need to buy some potions. Bronzy says, when you turn the sound up, I sent my headphones flying. Rip headphones. Rip headphones. Sorry, dude. I didn't know it was this loud. I thought it was quiet, and I just should have done it very gradually instead of instantly. Apologies. Rip for your headphones. Lakeside clearing, that's where we go. Let's see now. Maybe get a little bit of fries. A little bit of munchy munch while playing. Come on, load up. Oh, look at Sky. His head is upside down. Typical cat pose. Head upside down when sleeping. Yes, Sky's a very good cat. Apart from constantly wanting food when he shouldn't, and trying to wake me up in the morning, but it's fine. He's gonna go on a diet very soon. He has a little bit high cholesterol from the vet said today. He's gotten over the last month higher cholesterol levels. But yeah, very soon I'm gonna put him on a diet, proper diet, because it's gonna be mostly me. Probably 95% of the time he eats, it's gonna be me giving him food, and I'm gonna take 7 space bags, one for every day, and constantly refill them with the exact amount of food he needs to eat daily. So if someone else wants to feed him, they can just take from the bag for that day of the week. And that way we can get him back in shape. Now around the holidays, he constantly keeps asking everyone for food, and he constantly keeps getting extra food. That's why, yeah. He had a little bit higher cholesterol, but that's not something we can fix. A month of dieting and he should be fine. Oh wait, let me get the checkpoint, the waypoint. Diggle says, do you ever sell your pet to the town to sell wood? Yes, when I have token of rapid bartering or when it's full. I normally do that when I'm endgame farming. I put a token of rapid bartering and then I start picking up more wood. If I don't have token of rapid bartering, it just takes a lot of my time. I think what we need as a quality of life is an option to make the pet pick up. For example, if I hold control and click on an item, my pet should go and take that item. It could be different button, it doesn't have to be control. But yeah, I would love to see this on PC as an option. A hotkey combo, one button and then clicking. And then the pet picks it up straight into their own inventory, or even option to tell the pet to wood items above a certain quality. So let's say I want my pet to wood everything that's green or better, and then whenever I see it full, I can just immediately send it to the town, and with a token of rapid bartering, that would be amazing. Again, this is a lot of coding though, and I'd much rather see more important things than this quality of life, but that's definitely one quality of life feature that I would love to see added to the pet system now, because right now I'm just wasting time picking up wood while leveling up. If I pick up every single item, playthrough would take probably 10, 15, 20% longer than it needs to be. So I just ignore most things. Yeah, every now and then I pick up because I need upgrades, especially blue stuff. But you're probably gonna see that a lot of the stuff that drops, even some of the green stuff, I'm not even taking. For example, staff. I don't need a staff right now. I'm not gonna go two-handed while leveling up. If it's a blue one, I could pick it up, because you never know. Might be a super high damage increase and worth removing my shield for it. Okay, there we go. And by the way, my journey gaming, this pet skill assemble seems to be broken. I can try and demonstrate. Let's see if it's fixed. It used to be broken and I don't think it works. If we see my pet summoning some other creatures, then it's fixed. But if we don't see them, then it isn't. Oh, come on.
It's trapped.
Come on, hit. Okay, good. Got this one. Sorry, I wasn't talking. I was kind of concentrating into DPSing as fast as I can. I was trying with every reload to use both the goose and the scout's bone skills. So I was trying to like reload, do this. Then do this reward, do this. Defense. I need defense the most. If I'm gonna be doing Sadista soon, not Sadista, whatever its name was, Brow. If I'm gonna do Brow, I wanna get as much regular physical defense as I can. So I'm gonna ignore the fire a bit now. My physical right now is 48, which is not bad. 48%, but that's gonna change by the time I reach her, so I'm gonna need some more. I'm gonna try and get level 12 before fighting Strong Tusk. Oh, that's a lot of XP there. I want that XP. Squawk says, hi bro, what is the fast way to level up a new character? Play on normal? The campaign? Yeah, you can play on normal, you can play on practice, play on whatever difficulty is fast enough for you. And just... there's two ways to do it. One way, keep playing content that's around your level. Another way would be keep rushing and keep skipping ahead. But at one point that would mean you're gonna have problems. If you keep rushing, you're gonna have problems, and that means at that point you might want to do map works. So let's say I would rush this, and then I would reach the final boss at level 13 or 12, and then I'm having trouble beating her. That would mean before the final boss I might want to do 1, 2, maybe 3 maps. Use some items, obviously save some items for wobbies, use those items on your wobbies to help you. That's another tip for leveling. But in general there's two ways to go on about it. One way would be to just take your time clearing enemies, making sure you're not out leveled. Another way would be to level on ridiculous. If you can handle ridiculous, you're not gonna end up getting out leveled. You can skip some enemies, kill the elite monsters, skip the regular monsters, or pull the regular monsters with the elite. But again, it's gonna take a lot of time to kill bosses. It's definitely gonna take a lot of time to kill bosses on ridiculous, so I'm not sure if it's worth it. Wertak just followed, thank you for the follow, welcome to the Struck Web on Twitch, hope you enjoy your stay here. I personally prefer leveling up on normal, practice or hard. Those difficulties are fine. The time I need to kill stuff is not that difficult, and you can just try and collect some monsters on a train where doable. It doesn't apply in every single zone. For example, look at those. It just, I would have been better off just killing the first group and then the second group separately, instead of trying to group them up. But obviously using certain things in the Legendarium would really help. From the get-go, getting things like the infectious shooter definitely helps me level this hero. Focusing on one skill is actually very good. If I were to focus on maxing out targeted strike early, that's a very good way to level up. Or I can do the same for tight grouping. Maxing one skill super early in the game. But right now I'm leveling in a different way, where I want to use the least amount of respectacles later on max level. Although I'm still considering some respectacles in the whole mix. I still know some respectacles will be needed. So I'm level 12. I can put points here. I need to save the point at level 15, the second point at level 15, the point at level 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh no, never mind. So the point at level 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 and the other point at 20 for Shasta. So all the way up to level 15 I can spend points. After I reach level 15 I'm saving my next 6 skill points for Shasta. So at level 15 where would I put some points? Oh, I should have put points into Revolt, not in the Spider. Okay. Not that big of a problem. I can put the next 2 points into Revolt, and then at 15 I can get another 2 points, and that gives me Revolt max level. This fight would take a while. And this hero is getting leveled up much slower than my forged, than my electrode forged. But I'm going for a more atypical way of leveling up the hero. I mean, I'm focusing on Scout's bones and things like that. Oh shit, I need to destroy this one. I was moving for the other pylon, I forgot it's this one. The pet's dead. Come on. You can see this fight doesn't take that long on this difficulty. If I were on Ridiculous, it probably would have taken me 2 times as long, even 2.5 times as long as it does now. And that would have been just a waste of time. For no real reason. If you're leveling an out and if you don't care about the badges, about the what's its name, the difficulty badge that you get, this thing. If you don't care about this visual thing, obviously you can go to lower difficulty, and then when you reach max level, then you can switch to Ridiculous for farming purposes. Okay, I just need to do this. But Ridiculous is a nice difficulty to farm. Obviously, at level 60 it's the only difficulty you wanna be in. But before that, it's kind of, yeah, personal choice how you wanna level. So we're getting close to the end of this act, and Gumchi says congrats for the camera. Welcome James, welcome back, nice to see you again. How have you been? Yeah, I need the defense for Bro. I need to kill Bro with the... Wait, what was this? Never mind. I'm going to Travail Point, so I'm gonna sail there. From Travail Point, where was the next place? I think it was the Witching Grounds or something like that. So do I go to the teleport, to the waypoint I mean, or do I go to my portal? I'm gonna have to decide. Fire starter could be nice for the DPS at this point, if it's a good rolled one. Terrible one, terrible one. You took a break the weekend and now you're more in the Star Wars The Old Republic. You need your story time. Yeah, Star Wars The Old Republic should have one of the good narratives out there. In general, the Western MMOs are known for having good narrative. World of Warcraft, Guild Wars, Star Wars The Old Republic, all those Western MMOs have very good writing, if one could call it that. Whereas the Asian ones have your typical grindy type of writing, where they're not focusing much on the narrative, just kill this, kill that, rescue this person, rescue that person, bring me this item, bring me that item. A lot of fetch, a lot of chores with not much epic story behind those chores that you have to do. What's my lowest level item? The leg armor and the shoulder armor. It's probably gonna be hard to get a better shoulder. Let's try maybe getting better boots. Fuck it, let's just go with what we've got.
You can't use that skill.
Go milk 500 cows. Kill 10,000 monsters of type X. Yes, definitely. Whether it's directly telling you to do this or not, by telling you get this item and you need to kill shit tons of monsters for the item to drop, there is always some sort of grind there. But people there love this. People there love the grind. Whereas on the Western market, not many people enjoy grinding as much. Yeah, I enjoy grinding a little bit, especially when it comes to leveling. I'd much rather stay in one place killing monsters to level up than run around talking to NPCs. This is my preferred way. I prefer grinding for levels. By killing stuff instead of grinding for levels, by running from one town to the other, talking to that NPC, then going to the other town, talking to the other NPC. This is my preferred way of leveling because it's fast paced, it's dynamic. But obviously it gets boring staying in one place for too long. Like for example Black Desert after level 61, 62, it's super grindy. So obviously not talking about that amount of grind. But yeah, I'd much rather level while moving in my map, while constantly going forward and killing stuff, instead of having to constantly go back to the town. That's why I like Act 3 much more. In Act 3, this game doesn't make you go to the town as often. So while you're leveling up in Act 3, you're gonna see some of the quests just immediately get chained. You reach the machine work, not the machine works. You reach the, what's it called? The hall, the Grand Hall. You reach the Grand Hall, then you get a new quest to go straight to the Cliffs of Ore. Then you get a new quest to go straight to the Ember Hall. Then you get a new quest to go to the library, and then you go to the town, which is like you do 4 quests, 1 in here, 3 in here, and then you go to the town. And I love when the games are designed in such a way where I don't have to constantly go to the town to talk to NPCs, and I can just keep going, keep killing stuff, and I can meet my NPCs or my quest givers, reward givers on the way. Some games really have this design. Chronicon, for example, amazing design when it comes to leveling and questing in Chronicon. Once you start Act 1, you don't need to go back to the town until you've beaten Act 1, and then you go back to the town, you get some sort of reward, and then you start Act 2, and then it's the same thing. So as you keep progressing in Chronicon, you keep meeting the NPCs that give you the quests on the way, and I love this about that gem of a little game, and that is Chronicon. The guy has definitely done the leveling up in a way that I really enjoyed. It's probably my favorite way of leveling, as I said, the way he's done it. But some people prefer talking to NPCs and running errands and doing some sort of exploration and stuff like that. And I mean, if exploration gives me enough XP, for example, like in Guild Wars 2, I really loved going to one zone and then doing 100% in that zone before moving to the other one. And that was nice because I was getting decent rewards, I was getting good XP. And that's how in Guild Wars 2 I was very quick to reach level 80 and 100% exploration. Because that's what I was focusing on, and it was pretty nice. Was it level 80 the max? I think I said the wrong number. I think it was level 80 though, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it wasn't 80, maybe it was a different number. And you're asking if I play Taubion. No, I don't play games with full wood. Hardcore PvP full wood games, not my kind of thing. And it also doesn't look good to me. Some of the systems in the game don't look good to me. The game visually looks fun, it's like Torchlight, that type of art style, which is fun to me, I don't mind it. But Albion reminds me of World of Warcraft too much, and that's not a good thing for me. It looks too much like a copy of World of Warcraft, but with a very different system. Visually it looks like a copy of World of Warcraft, but with the way the game plays, from what I've seen, it's different. Just visually looks the same, but actually the gameplay is very interesting, let's say. It's not my kind of gameplay, maybe is the better way to put it. But yeah, full wood games, I'm just too old for this shit. For full wood games and competitive stuff. I just wanna kill stuff, get wood, and make builds. That's all I wanna do in games. I don't care if someone is stronger or not. If there's no competitive aspects in the game, I love it more. I'd rather have games where they have zero competitive elements instead of games that have competitive elements. When there's PvE. When I want competitive, I play games with PvP only, or games with PvP and PvE like MOBAs. But yeah, I like playing MOBA shooters like Paladins, or MOBA games like Smite and like Dota, League of Legends, etc. That's my type of PvP. Games where everyone is on equal footing and starts equally. From the get-go, from the beginning of the PvP match. Not games where the gear you've looted and the times you spend farming wood makes you stronger. Where grind makes you stronger in the competitive element. That's not my type of... Because I don't have the time to be grinding all the time. Especially when I consider that I have to make content. I'm not someone that only streams and plays. I make content, that means I can be on the equal footing of someone that constantly grinds and plays when it comes to competitive. And just too time consuming to play games like those. Let's see. In general, if the game means more time spent, means you get stronger and have an edge over your opponent, that's not my type of competitive. Good example, Diablo 3. The more you grind paragons, the stronger you get, and the more of an edge you get over your competitors. For a PvE competitive game. For example, when you play Dota, it doesn't matter whether you've just started playing on the account, if it's a new Smurf account or not, you're gonna have access to the exact same items and strength and abilities and stuff when you pick that hero. Yeah, you're not gonna have all the heroes, and when it comes to picking, you're not gonna be able to counter pick, etc. Stuff like that. But if you play Hero X and then another person plays Hero X, you're gonna have equal footing in Dota. There's no account levels that give you power, only visuals and skins. In Paladins, yes, you do need certain levels on a certain hero to unlock every single ultimate, to unlock the final ultimates, but you're still kind of not gonna need to grind too much to get that ultimate leveled upon a hero. And even without that ultimate, you might just want to make a good build that doesn't include it. So again, everyone's on an equal footing, other than just not having every single hero unlocked when you start. But yeah, that's the type of PvP I enjoy, the type of competitive. And in Albion, it looks like the game that's just gonna make me rage quit in day one when I get ganked and when I lose all my shit. And as I've said many times on my stream, I don't like losing progress, which is one of the main reasons why I don't like doing this endgame, the Fazir dungeon, because I lose progress when I die and I have to go back to a few levels back. Not a fan of having to go back a few levels if I die. Not a fan of not having lives. I mean, I'm fine if I had 2-3 lives and then after that I get punished, but yeah, it's just too punishing to do the Fazir dungeon right now. That's why I can't wait for them to add new type of endgame, which is hopefully more casual friendly and less grindy and better balanced. What's my level? 13. Soon 14. But Diablo 3 was going to have PvP. If you remember, before the game launched, they kept hyping us with PvP footage and the arena, and I was so excited about Diablo 3 seeing the PvP, because back then I actually I wasn't a PvE player, I was a PvP freak when Diablo 3 came out. And when I found out there's no PvP, I never bought it. I played on my brother's account when I played Diablo 3 because, yeah, I'm kind of disappointed. Eventually I became less of a PvP freak and started liking PvE more than PvP. Kind of shifted my taste full 180. And yeah, Diablo was just so much different when they were hyping us and advertising it before it launched. Then when it launched, it was one of the biggest disappointments in the past decade, maybe. When it came to launches and things that were there on launch and things that weren't there on launch. But it still has a competitive aspect there. It still has competitive PvE, so if people are gonna compete and you give them progress, means you get stronger, more time spent means you can beat the others because you spent more time. It's just not balanced. I like where skill is super important, where how you build your hero, how you synergize your items, how you play your build is more important than how much time you spend playing. Obviously, when you play more, you get more experience with the build and you get better muscle memory by using your skills. Maybe find better ways to rotate the skills. That should definitely be important. But not how much time you've spent giving you power. There should be like a limit. You reach X hours spent on that hero, then you get the max power you can get, and from there on, it's just getting better at playing the build, playing the hero, or maybe trying to synergize the setup better by using different items that give you different abilities, things like that. Okay, there you go. Shattered Void, getting close. And am I level 15? Oh, soon, soon. Come on, come on. You're saying seasons disbound things a bit, but people still grind. Yeah, people grind 24/7 because they give their brother, their mother, their father, or whoever else, their friend to play their account. Or they use bots. They use bots to grind paragons, and it's just pointless. It's not fun where a game is forcing you to be constantly online just so you can compete with the others. It's an artificial way of telling your people to be online. That's equally as bad as forcing people to log in every day with daily login rewards and fear of missing out. I'm equally disappointed by both those game designs, where people in certain games are forced to log in every day to get certain things, otherwise they lose decent rewards. Or things that keep forcing you to log in so you can constantly get stronger, constantly get stats. As I said, everything needs to have a limit. Especially when it comes to power you can get in a game. Yeah. Let's send my pet for potions, by the way, before it's too late. And hopefully it drops me some potions while the pet is gone. And Yua Kovac says, hello my friend, how are you today? Well, I'm good, thanks for asking, how are you? Had some problems earlier with my internet, but apart from that, it's been decent today. Let's see, did I miss any more comments? Mduet says, hopefully they won't make the same mistakes with Diablo 4. So far Diablo 4 looks promising. Again, I'm gonna wait and see when the game is ready, because again, they might announce completely different things before the game launches, and when the game launches we could get a steaming pile again. So I'm just gonna wait. I don't want to overhype myself for Diablo 4, but so far everything I've seen about the game is something to get me excited about it. It's hard to contain it, hard to not overhype myself, but I'm trying to manage somehow. Because yeah, Diablo 4, we've been waiting for it since the moment Diablo 3 released. At least I was. So it's been a while. We'll see. Maybe this year around the summer we can get some info. Weren't they doing a BlizzCon of online BlizzCon I think they were doing some online BlizzCon this year. So maybe they're gonna announce some major news then. Wasn't there gonna be a Diablo anniversary event as well? Where they can announce some stuff.
Your pet has arrived. That's very fast. Torchlight.
Let's see. Okay, there we go.
You can't do that. You can't use that skill.
Let's see. Still doesn't want to drop me something nice, but might as well keep some spares. How's my defense? 41%. I want to get it if I can to 50 before the boss fight, but I most likely won't be able to. I could rush straight for the boss, but I want to get the XP on the way. Wait. Gimchi, they said so. Oh yeah. I think the February they're doing online BlizzCon. Okay, so it's soon. It's soon. And Mduet says any change planned for the main Sharpshooter build this time around? Oh, there's a lot of changes in regards to items. First thing I'm gonna do is Infectious Shooter 2.0, which would be again a build with summons and with the Infectious Shooter, actually Infectious Summoner, not Shooter, Infectious Summoner 2.0. And yeah, that would be a summoner build with Scout's Bones. That's gonna be the first one there. But before I make that one, I will be making Combustive Sharpshooter 2.0 because it's ready, it's geared up to a certain extent. I have 26% physical defense, so I wouldn't call this geared up, but still, I think it's fine. I can make the video tomorrow maybe for my Flaming Destroyer Combustive Sharpshooter 2.0. But eventually, when this is ready, when this is geared up, I would try and make some build where I'm stacking a lot of summons. I don't expect it to be meta because summons, but still. I would be using Sword of the Lost Legion. I'm not sure about Bone Walker, Bone Razor because I really want to use Imbue Relic, and I really want to use the shield, the Frost Wall shield, and maybe the Lil General. We'll see. And I'm probably gonna use Miasma so I can get the minion damage in the mix. How it's gonna turn up, we'll see. I mean, time will tell. I will be experimenting a lot in the next days with this hero. Then I'm gonna make a Venomous Maw setup, a Mayhem build, where I'm spamming that. I might make an Onslaught Summoner 2.0, although I don't think I will, but we'll see. Onslaught, they just need to increase the range on this thing to make me want to use Onslaught. With the current range, it's just not appealing to me as a skill. It does good damage, not amazing, but good damage. But the problem is the range. It keeps me very close to the enemies, and it just doesn't fit. It feels off how close the range of Onslaught is, how close I need to be to the enemies to cast it on them. So close to 15, there we go.
Gained a level.
Nice.
That's good. And fast.
Come on, come on, come on. I'm gonna save my energy now. Okay, now what I need to do is don't take the shrine immediately. Now take the shrine, teleport, vote, use the shrine on the boss. TRT, HMT, until when are you gonna use sword and shield instead of bow? I'm never gonna use a bow. I don't wanna use a bow, I want survivability. I'm probably gonna use sword and shield, mace and shield, pistol and shield. Eventually, in the final build, I will be using the Frostwall shield with either the Glacier's Edge sword or the North mace. Or the Infectious Shooter, but yeah, I'm gonna have to... But yeah, I don't want to use a bow because I want that survivability. I'm fine with losing some DPS, especially while leveling. And the same goes for pistols and rifles and things like that. Come on, come on.
You can't use that.
Ah,
You're dying.
see, if I didn't have a shield, I probably wouldn't have survived this hit. Okay, almost, almost. Come on, come on. Kill it, kill it. Alright, got it. Phew, that was intense. Alright, let me see if I missed some messages in the chat. Okay, I don't think I've missed any. Let's see now. Let's see. Anything worth equipping? This, and our news says our news just followed. Thank you very much for the follow, our news. Welcome to the Struck Club to you. Oh yeah, let's go to my fort quickly and then go and complete the quest and start the next act. I just want to check for some gear, for some new gear. Need a stretch, need a stretch. There. How is Sky? Sky is still sleeping. Okay. Oh, those lights in my eyes. I'm getting used to it. Takes a while to get used to all that light from here and here. And from there. 3 lights. I need to probably get a 4th one for the backlight. So the green screen is better. Better lit. Okay, in the meantime, let's check my wardrobes. Something that I can wear at this point of the progression.
Your pet has returned.
Wait, yeah, that was shitty. Wait. Phoenix token? Well, okay. Okay. Better than what I've got, so can't say no to it. Finally, musketeer stuff. Musketeer stuff. Frost Wall, welcome. Okay. Well, we're pretty good now to start the next act. Oh, and I didn't realize I can use the Penta wounds for a while. And that little Drake needs to go back into the storage somewhere. Okay, Act 2, here we go.
Great job, recruit. You continue to exceed our expectations. But we can't stop now. We must discover what this...
So...
Our only lead is a researcher we lost contact with
more
several
defense,
months ago.
perfect.
He spoke often of the Netherrealm, but nobody paid him any mind. Now I wish
Right,
we could
Kennick.
closer. Recruit, I need you to
Let's
find
get
him.
us to
He was
the
last spotted at
next
Myers
zone.
Cove. Zaya and Kennick will escort you there. Speak to Kennick at the docks when you're ready.
You have completed a quest. If you're paying, I'm for it.
Let's get some potions. And I wouldn't mind doing a quick gamble. Quick gamble for some stuff. Let's see. We need boots and helmet maybe. But let's go for boots. Okay, that's actually pretty nice.
You can
trying to keep it quiet, but the missing researcher? I'm pretty sure that's my father. Nobody knows more about the Netherim than him.
Quest finished. Your inventory is full. Quest started.
And oh, I forgot something. I need to sell. And off we go. Any item granted skills? Not yet. Oh, Shasta. I've been forgetting that. Wait, why have I got Shasta here? How? What sorcery is this? How am I able to use Shasta this early? Oh, they still haven't fixed the bug where you can use skills even before you unlock them, if you have points invested into them. Pretty interesting bug, but okay. Maybe I can just put some random stuff here to fill the skill bar slots. What was my goblin hotkey? R or E? I think I put it on R, but it could be E. Come on, vote. Vote, vote, vote. Why is there no sound? Okay, there we go. Now there is some sound. Where are those hived tunnels? I can rush a little in this act, and if I find myself out level... Normally if I rush this act, I have problems on Psora. If I'm level 17 and Psora is 21, I have problems. But that's okay. I'm actually gonna do this one here. Just to get some scrolls, because I think I'm... Whoa. 2 scrolls. I'd rather have some more. We're most likely gonna get some wood, some weapons in the next few maps that are better than what I've got. And if I find myself under leveled before Psora, I can just do some map works. Ah, shit, I forgot to use scout spawns before the reward. Too many skills on my skill bar right now. Too many adventurer skills, maybe it's the better way to put it. From all the things it could drop, it's a neckband of poison warding. Oh, this is nice though. This is a good drop. Level 16? Yeah. Well, it gives me defense and electric damage, even though I'm losing crit chance. It's fine. Oh no, never mind. It's the other way around. Or what? Never mind. Mistook. But yeah, this is extra defense, so I'm at 4362. Pretty decent. Prioritizing defense over damage right now. Because I'm thinking of rushing ahead. With revolt tier 3, rushing is as easy as it can be. If I had one extra legendarium slot, I could probably put the Wanderer's Hood for extra charges on my mobility skills and then enjoy the spamminess. Need to kill some Hivit here though. From now on, all the way to level 20, I'm saving my skill points for Shasta. I want, as soon as I get level Shasta, to have it level 6. Perfect. Very good drop. Skittering shoulders at this point in the leveling process. Where is the enemy? Oh, I think I see where. Okay. Face tanking like a boss now, thanks to the skittering shoulders and to Curse of PP. And my defense is not terrible. It's bad, but it's not that bad. Chance to shock, that's pretty good. Okay, Corpse Fire Creep now and TRT HMT said cooldown reduction on Shadow Step hasn't fixed yet either. It's not just Shadow Step, it's every movement skill. I think they don't want movement skills to benefit from cooldown reduction. That's what it seems to be. I hope it's a bug and not intended, because I would love to have some cooldown reduction on my movement skills. But it's not just the Sharpshooter, it's other heroes as well when it comes to the movement skills. So hopefully that gets changed soon. Oh, missed my objective. Alright, let's go get Sylvia Rouser. Okay, the damage reduction field is gone, so I'm back to dodging. But it allowed me some tankiness. The skittering shoulders definitely helped. Oh, and I forgot Shasta, I think. Big mistake, forgetting Shasta. Obviously, as soon as I put Shasta back up, the damage spiked. Swot. Ooh, me likey. This was nice. Where's my scroll? Okay. Bit more poison defense won't hurt. Next, what was the next quest? Maktar's Cove. Okay. Before I do that, I'm gonna move a bit. Come on. Swamps here. See, I wish I could use my movement skills in the city. It's not like it's gonna impact the performance this much to use movement skills. Just the movement skills.
Waits in the venomous nest. Beware, something sinister lurks in those depths.
First round's on.
Might keep this, we'll see. Probably not. Let's just sell it. I'm gonna sell those potions because I don't like them.
You can't cast that spell here.
Next quest. Let's help spin the wheel so it rolls faster. Spin the wheel, spin the wheel. Wheel of Fortune. There we go. Right, nice. I can just rush it. Could he be here? No. Hopefully he's this way. Look at how many. Okay, I guess I have to clear some of the elites a bit.
You've gained a level. You can't use that skill. You can't use that skill. You can't do that.
Ah.
Thank you, adventurer. That spider almost made a morsel out of me.
Okay.
Let's hurry off to town now. I wish
What's gonna drop here?
Post haste.
Junk.
Oh!
So, are there any upgrades I wanna equip? This is not bad. Mactar's Cove, yeah. First though, I'm gonna get the next waypoint. And then we go to Mactar's Cove. I'm definitely gonna be out-leveled by my content by the time I reach Psora, and might need to do a Mapworks scroll or two. We'll see. She's level 21 and I'm reaching her soon, but if I'm level 19 or 18 and a half, I should probably be fine. Because most likely I'm gonna have some items I can equip to help me. Yeah, let's talk to him. And let's just sell some stuff.
As a matter of fact, I've observed some Netherim right here in the swamp while researching the Hivid. Speaking of, the Hivid appear to be starting a new colony. It's unprecedented. The Hivid have always maintained one single colony, but now they're spreading out.
This one.
Started a new one. If this continues, that's bad news for Nova Strea. The Netherim.
What's the time? 9:20. I've got like an hour and 10 minutes or so left. So I'm probably gonna reach Psora and maybe Kronk, depending on how quick I am. Is there a tree of work here in this fort? No, there isn't. Not sure if I can reach the Akrit Plains, but we'll see. And for tomorrow the plan is to make a build video for the combustive Flaming Destroyer Sharpshooter, a 2.0 setup, trying to keep it as close as possible to the original with the reworks with the new items. I've played it on stream multiple times already, so if you've seen me spamming those Scout's Bones on a Flaming Destroyer build, then that's the build in question. That's coming tomorrow. It's an Aura build. Aura proc monster build, maybe is the best way to put it. With explosive arrow, so there's still decent damage from a main skill. It's not just procs, so it's kind of 2-in-1, procs and explosive arrow.
You can't do that here. That spell can't be cast.
I can actually rush.
You can't cast that here. You can't cast that here. You can't cast that spell here. You can't cast that spell here.
Oh, come on, die.
That spell cannot be cast.
Probably should do less of this and more of this in my rotation. It's not helping me spamming this every revolt when the duration lasts. Maybe for this, but yeah, this one I don't know. As long as it's got the buff on it, I probably shouldn't reapply it until it's over, or until shortly before it's over.
You can't use that skill.
This is not part of the build, by the way. Curse of PP is not gonna be in the final build for sure. Nor will Venomous Maw be part of the final build. In fact, I can already remove the points from Venomous Maw and put them in Miasma, but it's gonna be pointless until I get the extra points to max out Miasma and get summons. I mean, yeah, I can get some damage from Miasma, which is nice. Constantly having 25% damage would be a good thing. So Psora, I'm probably gonna be level 19 for Psora. With maxed out Revolt, I shouldn't have a problem with dodging her attacks and stuff and staying alive, even if my damage sucks. So let's just go ahead. Even at level 18 I should be fine as long as I have like a level 18 weapon. Mine's 18, so that should be good enough. We're gonna be making pancakes. There's gonna be some weird tasting pancakes from Hyvit Warva Foire and Hyvit egg pot yolks. I mean, who would eat that? I know I wouldn't. Eggs from poisonous creatures and flour from poisonous creatures. That's gonna be like, yeah. Alright, there we go, optional quest done. See, I couldn't even get 19 because I rushed a bit too much. 15 potions though, that should be more than enough to survive. She has a giant poison bow that throws little bows. I've got the same. but mines with rats inside. Come on, come on. Yeah, as I said, my damage might not be great, but at least I can survive. Come on, come on. I wish the enemies at this boss fight would give us XP. They intentionally made it so they don't give XP, the ads, so people won't abuse it because they're constantly spawning. But you're spending time here, even if they're constantly respawning. You're still wasting time waiting for them to spawn. So it's not like it's overpowered or anything. Prostro says hello, and Cliff Play says love your content, bro. Thank you, bro. Thanks for loving the content. Really, really nice hearing that. Thanks for watching, to everyone who's watching the content. And yeah, if there's any specific builds that you would like to see prioritized as updated. So if for example you like some of my old builds and you want to see a new version of that one, do tell me. Eventually the plan is to update every single one, but I can only do as much every day. So yeah, sometimes I can do more than one video a day, but not build videos. They require a lot of work, especially when I make website versions as well. Tomorrow I'm making, as I mentioned, Flaming Destroyer Sharpshooter build video, Combustive Sharpshooter 2.0. After that, maybe another video. I'm gonna decide for which one. And what day is tomorrow? Tomorrow is Tuesday, then Wednesday, and then maybe by Thursday or Friday this one should be ready and geared up. And then I can make Infectious Summoner 2.0.
Quest complete.
We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Since I'm here, there's one thing I wanna do. And that's Mapworks. I wanna do a Mapworks portal at this point. Before I continue.
Quest started. At last, confirmation that the Netherim are behind this. We must stop this Sadista. It's likely she's operating out of the Hivit capital, and our way is blocked by a miasma. The spores of the miasma, the foul.
Acrid Plains, yeah, that's a good place to level up in. But before I go there, I will, as I said, do a Mapworks portal. Maybe even two. Maybe let's do two Mapworks portals. Catch up with the levels. Not bad. But yeah, I don't need this. So yeah, map works. Two map works in a row, and then I continue with the quests. My level is just kind of too low right now. It's not like I'm not gonna be able to do it. Just I'd rather get the XP now. And map works. If it's a good one, it would be good to do it for levels. Oh, they gave me a goblin map. Please be a good layout. No, well, that's actually not always bad. As long as it's not automatons, that's fine. Yeah, it's not the perfect map for the density, but at least it's Goblin's major enemy type. Maybe I should have switched to Ridiculous for the map work portal, so I can get more elites and more XP due to the more elites. I was testing triple the PP. That sounds weird though, triple the PP. But yeah, I was wondering if the damage would be nice. Probably would be nice if it had the second pulse on it. So it's 6 pulses total. Oh, is Sky moving? Sky? Huh? I pulled this up by accident. Let's move here. When I'm too much to that side, the camera doesn't catch me. Sky? Not the green screen. He's scratching the green screen. It's not like it's an expensive green screen, but still. I'd rather he doesn't scratch it. Let's see what he did to it. Just a moment. Is it something serious? I think he's just stretching his paws forward, and he doesn't do it intentionally. But let's see, Sky. Not here. Yeah, and the cheeky little bugger stretching his paws and grabbing the sheet, the green sheet. Yeah, there's actually some decent density. I like leveling in the map works every now and then. In fact, once I did that, once I leveled up a hero completely from level 1 to 60 just with map works. Obviously I had to do my story later. I had to do my story later so I can unlock the Fazir. But yeah, if someone has enough map works, portals, scrolls and doesn't feel like doing the story, you can level up with map works. That would be my preferred way of leveling up. But unfortunately they've designed the Fazir in such a boring way where you have to complete the story to unlock it. I don't see a reason why that should be a thing. Why should you force your players to do the boring story every single time they want to level up a hero? I think they need to do it only once per class. Once on Sharpshooter you have to complete the story, then every other Sharpshooter after that shouldn't. Once on Dusk Mage, once on Forged, once on Realm Master. Then every other one of that class that you level up after it shouldn't need to do the story and should be able to just level up with getting boosted in Fazir or in map works. I'm gonna complete the map to the end for the XP. I might not even do another map works because I've got good XP here. I'm close to 20 from this one. It would also be nice if there's a character story, some quests that are specific to your hero. So if you play with one class to get some special quests for that class, if you play on another to get special quests on that one, so you have something different. So playing the story on different classes would give you a slightly different experience. I wish they would add something like this mixed in. Personal story quests. Yeah, that's definitely a nice big map. Probably not gonna get level 20 in it, but still gonna get decently close to it. This poison bow doesn't know where to go. We glitched the poison bow somehow. Oh, I forgot to wife bound. Well, I'm gonna get this one. The other one is a spare. I think I see which way I want to clear the map. I want to clear this part here first, and then I can make a circle all the way here. Wow, this is actually a very big map. I expected a much smaller map. I can get level 20 by the time I clear everything. Oh, and a heart shocker. Which reminds me, I need to put some more skills on my pet slots. And yeah, this one I noticed it still doesn't work. So okay, now running mode. Adiwazer says, Woha, your beard is bigger than mine. Just the beard? Okay. The hair is probably longer as well, but you can't see it. You can't see the hair. Or at least you can't see how long it is. You can still see it. But yeah, kind of long beard. I don't know how long yours is, but now with coronavirus, many people have longer beards than they normally do. Although I did give my beard a beard cut a few days ago. Just the edges, just trimmed a lot over here, and then a bit over here at the bottom. This main is pretty hard to tame. I'm thinking of eventually investing into some beard oils, but right now I don't have the spare money to spend on stuff like that. I've got more important things to worry about than some beard oils to tame the main. Right now it's all over the place. It's hard to keep it in shape, to make it stay the way I want it to. After I wash it and then dry it, few minutes later, maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes later, it starts going to the sides instead of sticking straight. That's how it is. And I think I've just cleared the whole map with just a little bit left over here. Maybe that's not cute. Maybe it is. Okay, let's go to the boss. Couldn't get level 20, but pretty damn close. Only 30% of that left, and the boss would give me 100 or something, maybe 50 XP. He moved in the last moment. Alright, there we go. HR7 says, so completely different game. Chaos Bane, is there a two-handed damage build for Conrad? What do you mean two-hand? There is no two-hand in Chaos Bane. Every hero has one weapon and one offhand, and there are no other types of those. So for Conrad, that's a sword and a shield.
That spell cannot be cast.
And you're always gonna have a sword and a shield for balance purposes there. There actually is no single hero with two hands there. Imperial greatswords are iconic. Well, this guy doesn't have it. I've noticed this in every single Warhammer RPG game. They just designed in such a way, in Vermintide, in Inquisitor Martyr, in Vermintide 2, in Chaos Bane, they always design it in such a way where you have one hand off hand and you never have two-handed. I'm not sure why. I think in Inquisitor Martyr there was something like a two-handed marine build, if I'm not sure, but I might be mistaken. I never played that class, so I can't tell if that was true or not, but I think my friend played something, or maybe that's his main hand, the sword there. You played the two-handed hammer jumper. Oh, that's nice. In Inquisitor. So there is a two-handed build there at least. Okay, let's go back to the quest. Ali saying new Path of Exile League starting this weekend. Will you play? Yeah, if there's Path of Exile before will you play, the answer will be no, always. Unless they completely change the mechanics of the game and the systems, so that's never gonna happen. Even Path of Exile 2, I don't think I'm ever gonna play it. I'm probably gonna try it, and I'm probably gonna quit in week 1 because I'm not gonna like it, but I'm leaving it open to see if I'm gonna really not like it. Hopefully I like it. I mean, I would love to like Path of Exile 2 when it comes out. I would love for it to have all the things that I didn't like in Path of Exile 1 removed or changed or reworked. But most likely it will be very similar to the first game because obviously people love the first game. Why would they want to change too many things? I like how in Path of Exile 2 6 socketing would be much easier than now. 6 linking, getting a fully linked 6 socketed item would be much easier. I mean, the way they're designing the whole socketing system kind of, I really love that about Path of Exile 2, but yeah, some of the other things would still be there. The things that make me not enjoy the game. As I've said many times, playing Path of Exile makes me feel like a miserable piece of shit, and any game that makes me feel that way is definitely not a game I need to play. I'm not saying it's a bad game, I'm saying it's a bad game for me, for the type of player I am. It's just not, we're not compatible, me and Path of Exile. Just a very big miscompatibility there. And I play games to have fun, not to feel like a piece of shit. So yeah. Yeah, not everyone is compatible with every game. I mean, that's the thing. You need to know what games are good for you. If you don't enjoy them, obviously don't play them. And I definitely respect Path of Exile's developers for the things they've added. They've been pushing the genre, innovating, adding all sorts of weird wacky leaks, all sorts of weird and wacky mechanics. And I do respect them for innovating and pushing the limits of the genre and giving people fresh stuff, fresh content every 3 months. Sometimes people like one leak, sometimes they don't. That's how it is, but at least they're experimenting with new things. But unfortunately, the game is just not my cup of tea. The way some things are designed in Path of Exile. But I'm not gonna say it's a bad game. I just know it's a good game, just not my kind of game. Rajar Sensei, PoE is the only RPG where the camera angle feels totally wrong. It could be, although I've played a few where the camera angle is wrong. I really love Titan Quest and how I can rotate the camera, and in Grim Dawn how I can rotate the camera. That's something I really appreciate in a game. Fully 3D camera. In a isometric game. It just gives me that MMO feel where I can scroll left, right, etc. Vape and Bake says, but why do you feel like shit when playing Kid Struck? Because I don't like getting punished, getting 2 in the stink when I die. First, I'm mapping. I die, I lose a part of the map, which is okay, but then I lose XP. Then there's certain things which you have to do, such as the labyrinth, which you better have a good build for the labyrinth, or you build defensively so you can survive it, or you're good at dodging. Then there's the boss fights. They're super difficult. Most boss fights are super difficult if you're not playing a meta build. Then there's the disbalance. It's such huge disparity between a have-not build and a meta build. Playing a shit build versus a meta build, the difference is the sky and the ground in Path of Exile. It's so easy to make a shit build in Path of Exile, and I don't like games where they're that badly balanced, where you really need to play so much into the meta to be able to even do the best content. I like games where the best content doesn't require you to use a meta build, and where a meta build just makes it easier and faster, but you shouldn't need a meta build to do the hardest content of the game. It should be a quality of life, whether you're running a meta build or not. Every build should be viable in a game, and it just provides different playstyle. Just like Torchlight 3, I can take any build in the game, and if I have the right gear, it would be strong enough and do the content. Yes, some builds are doing the content easier and faster and better, but it doesn't mean that that I need a meta build to run the content. It's just gonna make it easier, but yeah, in this game is balanced in such a way where, yeah, some things are obviously stronger, but the weaker things can still do the hardest content in the game if you gear them up. So I can spend my skill points in the most unsynergized way, taking random skills without even thinking. I can give this game to a kid and tell him, just put the points whenever you want, wherever you want, and then whatever he makes with that build, I can take it, I can equip some good items, and I would still be able to reach the max level of the Fazir if I felt like doing it, as long as I get good gear. And I like this balance because it lets you choose your playstyle. You're not stuck to cookie cutter builds. You're not kind of pick this build or this build or this build because they're the ones that can actually do this content or this boss. And yeah, it's too hard to balance Path of Exile in such a way because there's just so much depth. And this game has enough depth to keep me occupied, to keep me making builds. This game, Torchlight 3. And yet I don't feel like I'm stuck to only playing specific builds because they're the strong ones. I don't feel like if I make a mistake, I'm gonna feel the mistake severely. And it's nice, any type of playstyle you want. Eventually, yeah, some builds would be definitely weaker, but as I said, they're fine. They're okay to do the hardest content. Just not amazing, just okay. And yeah, there's many things. That's just probably half of the things I don't like about Path of Exile. I don't like the trading system. I don't like that I have to trade manually with people. I don't like that there's no actual auction house that automates this. But I understand that the Path of Exile devs never will add an auction house because they're friends with people who own websites like PoE Trade, and they don't want to put their friends out of business. Those websites have done a lot for the community, and the developers probably respect them and don't wanna take them out of business by adding an auction house that automates all the trading for them. I also don't like trading being free in games. Not free, like you don't have to pay, but free where everyone can trade anything. Because that includes black markets where people can sell power. Basically pay to win trading, that's what you can call it. Because someone can pay money to get that one item or to get that type of material in this quantity, and they can level up quicker, or they can beat certain content quicker. Because people sell items for real money in Path of Exile, which shouldn't be allowed yet. There's so many people selling resources, so many websites selling resources. So yeah, I mean, free trading is good, but the idiots who abuse the system kind of make it a bad thing in a game. I love saving items and giving them to my friends when I don't need them, such as the way I do it in Chaos Bane. I always give away some gear, some green gear that I don't need. But in Path of Exile, again, people abuse the system. And there's always idiots who are willing to pay money to get power. And there's as long as there's those idiots, there's gonna be the other ones that take advantage and take those idiots' money. It's how it is. So I can go on for a whole day and still not have enough time to tell you all the things I dislike that make me feel bad when playing the game. And I'm not saying that there aren't good things that I enjoy about the game. There are a lot of good things in the game that I like, but the things I dislike about Path of Exile are just more. It's just not designed for a player like me. It's designed for the average person, for the average player in the genre. And as I said, my taste is probably different than 95% of the people who play those games. I play games, as I said, to kill stuff, to wood items, and to make builds and to experiment with builds. That's it. I don't care about competing, and I don't like losing progress. Okay, spare one here. Attack speed. Grim Down seasons, another thing I don't like. I despise having to start over and not being able to play my old heroes with the new content and having to wait a few months before that new content is available to play with my old heroes and old builds. And that's what I like about Grim Down. I can play on a 5-year-old hero and test some new items and tinker with my build a bit with those new items without having to start over in Grim Down. It's amazing that way, not having to start over every few months. I'm so bored of having to start over in games. I've played a few leagues in Path of Exile, and again, this is just one of the most off-putting things, the whole seasons thing. The same goes for Diablo 3, but at least in Diablo 3 it's super easy to get boosted to the max. You don't have to do the story there. So maybe it's about having to do the story, not having to start over. I don't mind having to start over if I can just immediately get boosted to max level and skip the story and just focus on endgame only with a new hero. Matthias says, how is leveling going? Do you have any suggestions on the skills while leveling? I happen to have started the same character. Well, my suggestion is very unconventional. I can tell you what I did while leveling up, but that's probably not gonna be the best way to do it. You can see I have only 2 points here. Actually, I had 1 point here, but eventually I removed it. So what I focused on was... at level 5 I got level 3 Ghost Visage. So that means at level 1 I had this, at level 2 I got this. And since I have Infectious Shooter, this just made things much easier. since I had Infectious Shooter, this made things very easy for me, because I really loved the Scout's Bones with the Infectious Shooter. Then I started focusing on Revolt. I got targeted strikes, I removed the points from tight grouping, then I tried to get Revolt level 6 as soon as I can. Then my next focus was getting 1 point here, and then I got Revolt to max level. And now my next focus was after level 15, I saved the points at level 16, 17, 18, 19, and then at level 20 I immediately put 6 points into Shasta. This is a must do move. Whenever I level up sharpshooters, I always do it. After I put the points on level 15 wherever they need to be, I save the next 6 points, and at level 20 I get Royal Shasta tier 2 for this damage to Taunted. And I think Revolt tier 3 really helps, but if you want, you can just focus on maxing out targeted strikes or focus on maxing out tight grouping, whatever you like more. But for me, Revolt, look at what I can do. Boom, boom, boom. Thanks to the 2 Revolts, I could do 3 Scouts Bones. Or I can do it the same with the Eagle, but obviously that's not what I need as much for DPS.
It's trapped.
I've probably missed some comments, so I'm gonna quickly read whatever I missed. And by the way, RageR7 says he likes that Path of Exile invents new stuff and hopes that Blizzard perfects them. Blizzard is taking a different route. It's trying to reinvent the old stuff from Diablo 2 and modify it and make it better. They're trying to improve the systems from Diablo 2. They're trying to make a mix and in what they think Diablo 3 should have been with Diablo 4 from what I'm seeing. Because they're trying to go back to the roots, revisit the old classes, revisit the old skill system, but modify it a little. So they're taking a different approach, and they're gonna make it semi-MMO. They're gonna make it what Torchlight Frontiers was going to be. Have open world zones, where you can have bosses and raids and things like that, with respawning enemies. Which is completely different than what some people might be used to in the genre, unless they've played Lost Ark. But yeah, we'll see. I don't want to overhype myself for Diablo 4, but so far they seem to be doing things the right way, for once. But Diablo 3 looked very good before it launched, and then it was the biggest disappointment for the past decade in regards to how launches go. In regards to what features we got from the ones promised. For example, not having PvP when they kept using it to market the game, to promote it, telling you here we're gonna have an arena. Look at that PvP footage, it's gonna be awesome. And then eventually no arena. And then eventually people got a pay-to-win real money auction house. Which obviously got removed, but yeah. And once you get Shasta, once you have this maxed out, maybe you can start maxing out Scout's Bones, but don't go the Scout's Bones route unless you have Infectious Shooter. If it drops early, sure. If it doesn't, focus more on targeted strikes or tight grouping. And I wouldn't go for summons and miasma unless I'm max level and I have some items with summons. And yeah, I would go Venomous Maw, most likely, and then Egg of Mayhem. It would be a good idea, maxing out this skill. Miasma is good when you get it to max level, or when you get it to tier 6 and just tier 2 with level 6 and use it as an aura for the defense and for the damage. But if you want to go minion build, you really need some minions from items like Sword of the Lost Legion, maybe Bone Razor, Bone Walker, things like that. And maybe Rifle of Leadership for Goblin Legion. But Shasta is amazing, never skip Shasta. What am I gonna get next? I'm probably gonna start maxing this one out now. Weapon Black says, you forgot my comment about PoE. Okay, let's read it. My problems with PoE, the go, yada yada. Oh yeah, the gotta go fast supersonic mentality. I don't like games that are designed in such a way where people can just speedrun. Cast a skill, the whole screen dies, move. Cast a skill, the whole screen dies, move. It's just not for me. And that's one of the main reasons why I didn't like Chronicon. It's an amazing game. It has the most quality of life things I've seen in an indie game with Chronicon. But this making me keep my kill streak to get better XP. And this whole speedrunning mentality in Chronicon just kind of killed it for me. Having to keep the kill streak and everything. But I think Path of Exile players really would enjoy Chronicon if they haven't tested it. So I'm gonna see if I missed any more comments. Adiwazer said you don't have to play meta with 3x, you can do endgame. He means 3 exalted. Yeah, you can do endgame, but not the best of the endgame. And not with every build. The builds I played, I really needed some good gear for those, and 3 exalts wouldn't have been enough. Yeah, I made myself some super overpowered item. They weren't even weapons as good as the dagger I made myself for my witch on the market. That was on week 1.5 of starting a playthrough. And yeah, it was super overpowered item, but yeah, then I needed to make a second dagger like that. And I was still getting one shot randomly out of nowhere. I was still dying due to disconnections or due to wax spikes and things like that. And then a whole day's worth of XP kind of lost. This whole XP loss is one of my biggest problems with Path of Exile. If they make a Care Bear league, where I can select the same way people can select SSF to make a Care Bear league where you don't lose XP when you die, where it's a more casual league, I probably wouldn't mind giving it another go every now and then. But my biggest problem is the XP loss when you die. I can't respect a game that makes me lose XP when I die, or any type of progress loss that could be as severe as losing a whole day's worth of progress by dying a few times in a row. Just not my kind of thing. I want to be able to die in games and not get punished more than dying. Dying is enough of a punishment, in my opinion. Having to go back to where you were from your starting point, from your respawn. That should be enough of a punishment. Not losing the ability to get back into the dungeon or losing XP. I like losing portals, okay. Having 6 tries, losing portals, that's okay. It's balanced. 6 tries to die, but it's not balanced when you play in a team. One person dies, and if all 6 portals are used up, that's it. They can't get back. You can't get them up. They should add for multiplayer options to resurrect players if they die, if all 6 portals have been used. The same way you can revive people in the Fazir in this game. If one person dies, you have a timer before he's actually out of the map for good. There are just so many things that can be improved. A casual league would be amazing, a Care Bear league, where you don't have leaderboards in that league, where you're just playing for fun to enjoy the new mechanics, without worrying about leveling up and things like that, where you can just max out your levels quickly. Because I like being max level, and I like... for me the game begins when I reach max level. I don't feel like the game is starting unless I'm max level and I can start respecking and testing all sorts of different builds. Because for me the game is the whole... respecking is the game for me in games. Being able to respec a lot and test different builds, that's what I do. That's how I play games. And I don't feel good when I see that little number there not being the max level. It just bugs me a lot. It triggers some OCD for me when I'm not max level in a game. And if it takes too long, I just get bored and quit. If it takes too long to reach max level. For one reason or another. And again, I mean, I can, as I said, I can go all day listing some of the things I dislike about PoE and how they can change to make me wanna play it. I'm just not a hardcore player. I'm definitely a casual player when it comes to leveling and grinding. Come on, come on. Get closer, get closer. I don't have potions. Damn, I wish it would drop a token of rapid bartering this early in the game. I have one that's level 20 something in my in one of my mages. I think in the electrode mage, or maybe, yeah, I think it's in the electrode mage. What's here? And let's see if I've missed some more comments. Xilis says, hi, where are you from? I'm from Bulgaria, Xilis. It's in southeastern Europe, near Turkey, near Greece, near Macedonia, near Romania, kind of that part of the world there. And I think I'm caught up to all the comments at the moment. Maybe I might have missed one. If I missed a comment, do tell me. I wouldn't mind scrolling back up a little. Let's see. It's intense. It's not dropping me potions, and a little bit of distraction or not paying attention to the surroundings, and I can die. I hate when this game glitches and stops dropping me potions for like a whole map, not a single one. Or it drops few every now and then. That's why I don't like systems where potions are drops. Chaos Bane does it amazingly well. You have potions just on a cooldown. You don't get them as drops, you don't have to buy them, you just have a cooldown. And then you can attach some passive skills on your skill tree that give those potions effects when you use them. It could give you damage, it could give you HP, it could give you counter-attack damage, things like that. They're not meta to have those. In most builds you wouldn't want to use those potion skills and waste a skill slot, but at least it gives you the option. And it can be improved. I've gone on about how such a system can be improved many times. Make it in Torchlight if they make it a potion skill system or a healing skill system, where you just have this slot, and then from that slot you can select which potion you want, and then you just have the cooldown without needing to get them as drops. And then to unlock as you do quests, to have some missions that let you unlock the different potions, such as the one for the poison, the one for the shock, all those types of potions. Maybe convert them into healing skills. And then when you press S, you should see the potion here. Then you can click on it the same way you can click on the other skills and bring up a menu that allows you to select between the different potions you've unlocked. And that way they can keep expanding this. That's such a good system. And that way they can remove the useless stat called potion work from the pool of affixes.
This is the work of burrowers. They must have dug their way into the ruins
And just keep it on a cooldown. And that way they didn't need this system. This system, they instead of developing this system where you can send the pet to buy potions, they should have spent the time developing a new potion system where those potions are not drops. that would have been the better option. Where the potions are not something that drops or you buy, but rather they're skills that you swat in this SWAT, and that you can maybe modify by unlocking new ones as you progress through the story. Okay, what's the time? 10:18. I've got like 12 minutes or so before I need to go feed my pet and give him medicine. So maybe we can wrap this quest up with the go buck. Made some progress today. We're kind of in the middle or 40% clear of Act 2. Kind of nice. Oh shit, I accidentally used one more reload than I needed to. Oh, the Gobak is here. Nice.
Your pet has arrived.
Come on, come on. Here we go. Oh, I've got 0 potions again. This is just so boring.
You've gained a level.
Healed by the level up. I've killed so many of them here in this little place. Did I kill the other one? Oh, yeah, I killed both of them. Okay. New wood. Oh, I kind of rushed. Should have waited. Please tell me. Okay, good. Was thinking I wouldn't have scroll left. And I can remove some skill points now that I've got extra bonus levels. Can remove skill points from certain things and optimize the build a little bit better. So let's go get the waypoint, and then maybe we can call it. I need the Acrid Plains waypoint, and I don't think I got it so far. And the question is, how long are you playing Torchlight? I started a few days ago and I'm loving it so far. Well, I'm playing it since it was Torchlight Frontiers, April 2019. Since then, I have amassed a lot of time in the game, over 2k hours probably. I mean, surely over 2k. how much I spent in on the game I can't tell you, because I can't see the exact number I put in the alpha. But yeah, I've played it since April 2019, so yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. Oh, I can go to the protected trail. Interesting. But I still need the waypoint for Acrid Plains for some of the next quests. So I can go back to it. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and get that waypoint, so tomorrow I can continue from the Acrid Plains without needing to teleport to this and then go back. I think I know which way to go, but hope I'm not wrong. It needs to be maybe this way. It's not this way. And maybe... Where the hell is this waypoint? How did I end up on the other end of the map without reaching the waypoint? Okay, now I can stop and kill some enemies. There were quite a few elite groups on the way. It's gonna be some good XP. I'm loving this freeze. Whenever you get a freeze weapon while leveling, it's just such great crowd control. Okay. And I think I needed to go this way now. Oh, there was a boss there. I can try and get this boss over here. Hurling Currow. Come on, come on. Die, 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 die. There we go. Oh, shit, I almost died there. Coach heals. Any good drops? Spare weapon. Maybe save this. Okay, how many more minutes? 3 more minutes. I'm gonna try and kill as many as I can in that time. Get that level 24, I guess. There aren't that many left though around me. I can teleport to it. Come on, give me a pack of elites. I want to level up before I stop for the day. It's not spawning elites. One elite pack should do the trick. Just one. That's all we need. Come on. Oh, there we go.
Leveled up.
There we go. Okay. That's good enough for me. That is good enough for me. I'm gonna go to my fort. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching. It's 10:30 here. I need to give my pet, who isn't here right now, he's in the other room. I need to go and give him some medicine and feed him. But thanks to everyone for watching, for tuning in on Twitch and on YouTube. Keep it cool from me until next time, and goodbye, Struck Quap.